This is based off the joke in the special.
Right.
Somebody gonna get hurt real bad, which is what your dad said. Very famous bit in every Indian family.
Right. And ironically, Dad never said it.
Really?
No, never.
Dude, I love that comment.
I'll tell you how it happened.
Yes. Hey, what's up, everybody? We got some dates where you can see us do stand-up. I will be at San Jose Improv November 11th. That's a Sunday. If you saw me feature for Russell there, see me headline there as well. And then I will be in Janesville, Wisconsin, March 7th and 8th at the Comedy Cabin. So get tickets to that. See you guys out there. Wait, both of your proposals you were naked? Is that real?
Well, I've had 5.
I didn't know you had 5.
I've only been married twice, but I've done the proposal thing 5 times.
I mean, that is the highlight of it. It is the most exciting out of all of it. No, the wedding day's fire. Wedding day's fire, too.
Yeah, they can be good.
I've only had the one, so I haven't had a bad one yet. Yeah.
Oh, you're good. Then you're good. Don't listen to fucking idiots like me.
No, I like to hear the whole.
Don't get influenced by my dumb shit.
Damn, more than
5 proposals.
Yeah, bro. That's crazy.
5
different rings?
Yeah. I'm like Kobe. Without the fortunate, I'm looking for a mountain.
Damn. 5, that's because I haven't had one. 5 is wild.
You're only 30, Ehsan.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Are these all post 30?
Oh yeah. Well, let's see. The first one was I was 32. No, I was 30.
So that's my age.
I was 33.
Okay.
33.
Well, that's where I am right now.
Was I 33? I was 33.
Was the first one say yes?
Oh, they all said yes.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah,
You said married twice.
Were you already killing it for all of these? Were you already established Russell Peters?
Let's see. I was 33. I had just started to escalate at that time. So 33 was in 2004. I was about to be 34 that year. I was 15 years in already.
Wow.
And I was about to blow. I didn't know it was simmering and bubbling already underneath. I just being a comic, I didn't know.
Yeah.
And then that girl was a great girl. We're still friends. She's married now, has 2 kids. She's good. Mm-hmm. Then the second one, who was the second one? I think the second one was my daughter's mother, who I did marry in Vegas with an Elvis impersonator.
No,
Russell you've done the gauntlet of marriage. I did. That's crazy.
That wedding cost me $500, and the divorce cost me a lot more. And then that was 2. Then the third one was a girlfriend I had. She was a really nice girl, and I don't know why I proposed. I never planned on getting married. Mm-hmm. I just thought it'd be something nice to do. I really don't know what the fuck I had like a really dope ring made for her and everything, custom ring.
Oh,
and
made.
It was really dope. I think it was more for me. It was about the art of it all. I get to make this ring, and it's gonna be really cool. It's gonna mean all these things in here, and then you realize, oh wait, you got to get married after this? Hold on, I just wanted to do this. This is more fun than that, isn't it? And then we broke up, and that's 3. And then my son's mother, I guess technically we were engaged. I didn't really give her a proper proposal. It was kind of done in anger. That's a weird story, but I guess then theoretically and technically she would have been a fiance, but it wasn't a good time for any of us. Okay. It was bad for her and bad for me. It was all bad.
Yeah. Was it one of those where like you need to marry, like kind of forcing it? You're like, all right, like that kind of.
It was the long and short of it was she knew I had a ring for her, and we got into a fight, and she was like, I want the fucking ring, and I'm like, oh yeah, here. I threw it at her, and yeah, so that wasn't a good proposal.
she fucking Frodo back. She caught it on the thing.
Yeah, but then I had to take the ring back to my jeweler to get something sized on it or something like that, or fixed, and then I sent her a picture of me on one knee holding the thing up. So it was a little bit more romantic. So it looks better than the story of me just whipping a ring at your head. You know what I mean? Which is kind of a dickhead thing to do to begin with. And then that obviously fell apart. And then my wife proposed to her, and then here I am.
Right to the solid show.
Yeah, all roads lead to solid. That's what we say here.
Yeah. To where?
To solid. That's the name of the show.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
What's it called? Sala?
The Solid Show.
Solid. Oh, I think it's Sala. I'm like, Hey, you know what I just found out? Because you know you're Bangladeshi,
Right.
Ehsan, and you're black. I don't know if you knew. Although with the hat on, you could be one of our chubby ones. You know what I mean?
No,
You
you
could
think so?
Yeah. I can see.
Because you don't exactly have the most black nose. You know what I mean? You're
No, I'm mixed.
Are you? What's
Father's white.
Ew. I mean, oh.
Ruffle,
Shit is illegal. Wait, what's your hometown?
Memphis, Tennessee.
That was illegal back then for sure.
Oh, it was a problem.
You know what I just found out today? You know the Four Tops?
Yes.
You know the Four Tops?
Is it a band?
Group.
How dare you? Fucking Motown, like legends.
Okay.
You know. Fucking sing with Motowns. I'm my Four Tops song. My Girl. My Girl was Four Tops, wasn't it?
No, that was Temptations. When I think
whatever.
of the Four Tops, I think of Jackie Brown, the movie Jackie Brown, Quentin Tarantino movie.
Let me pull something up here. The reason I bring this up is because let's pull up artists. Let's go Four Tops. I don't have Apple stuff, but Four Tops. Here we go. What do we got? Baby, I need your loving, and I can't help myself. I
Need
love
you and nobody else.
You don't know these songs?
This is doing nothing for me right now.
Wait, really?
Anyway,
Yeah.
wow, that's
Reach
crazy.
Out, I'll Be There. Yeah, these are bangers, dude.
Oh yeah, big fucking songs.
Sugar Pie Honey Bunch, you don't know?
Oh,
See
Sugar
that
Pie
guy
Honey Bunch
holding the
right
Grammy? Abdul.
Yes.
Abdul Duke
His
Fakir.
dad is Bangladeshi and his mom was black.
Whoa.
How fucking ill is that?
That's crazy cool. He must have made the family so mad.
No, but that's so dope. Like I just found that out today, and I'm like, everybody just thought they were a black band, but he was half fucking almost Indian.
Wow.
Damn. In a Motown band back then.
In Detroit.
I never thought there was any brown people in media
Well,
until you, pretty much.
we would have to hide, right?
Yeah. What was it like coming up as a? When did you start? You started at 19 years old.
In '89.
Well, yeah. What was it like being an Indian comic in '89?
Well, I was already an Indian person, so being a comic was just the next step. There's nobody around, so you have nobody to gauge it against. You know what I mean? I had no competition, so it was a lot easier. I mean, there was nobody I had to look out for. And you're the first guy, so.
Did you grow up on black comedians? Like, were your favorite comics
grew up
black comics?
No, my favorite comic was George Carlin.
Wow.
Oh wow.
George Carlin, Cheech and Chong, Steve Martin, Eddie. And then, you know, but I grew up around black people.
Yeah.
But so my influences were like that, not comedic wise. But it's not until Def Jam started that I went, oh my God, there's a whole world of black comics out there that we didn't know about. Because I was in Canada, you know, you're not getting that.
Yeah. But your flavor is black as fuck. There's an aura, there's a flavor on you.
Yeah, I mean, that's just what I know to grow up. That's what I'm 54, and that's all I grew up around for 50 years, you know.
Wow.
So, you know, you get influenced. It teaches you how to walk, teaches you how to talk, teaches you how to move your hands, teaches you how to do things a certain way.
You were the first Drake.
I'm pre-Drake.
You were pre-Drake is what you're explaining to
I'm
me.
Prake. Well, Drake is black, though. so-
Drake's black as fuck. But people
His
give him
dad's
shit
from
for that.
Memphis.
Memphis, yeah, oh yeah. He would come around. You would like, it would be rumor that he was like in town all the time, you know?
Oh, yeah. His dad, I'm friends with his dad. And you know who his uncle is, right? Larry Graham.
Why
One
did I
in a
know that?
million.
That's-
1 in a million.
That's
Drake's dad's brother.
Aubrey Graham.
Aubrey Graham, Larry Graham.
Oh wow.
Yeah, there you go. And he looks exactly like Drake's dad.
he does look like that mustache. I mean,
Yeah, they got that mean, thick mustache, that Groucho Marx mustache.
oh damn.
You guys are learning a lot about people today.
Yeah.
Yeah, people that everyone from the same era of time.
Yeah. Well, he's 10 years younger, this guy. And he's still alive, so that's good.
Oh, yeah.
78 years old. Yeah, what? That is interesting that you were the first, like,
Do you
that's
feel,
cool
Yeah.
that you were the first brown comic. Like,
Yeah, but
that's some dope
at
shit.
the same time, I didn't think about it. You know what I mean? I wasn't like, I'm going to step in and be the first one. I wasn't even thinking like that. Because Jerry Bednob was around before me. Do you know Jerry Bednob?
I don't know, Jerry.
He would show up at the Comedy Store you know, a few years ago. Maybe I don't think you were working there. But
See,
yeah,
Jerry's got to be about 86 years old now, at least.
Yeah.
I call him Uncle Jerry. But Jerry used to call himself the turban cowboy, and he used to wear a turban on stage. But the thing is, Jerry is from Trinidad, so he's not really Indian. He would just do it because he looked Indian. I think he was like half Indian, half Spanish, but his last name was Baldeo.
Turban cowboy, not urban cowboy.
Yeah, turban. Yeah, Jesus Christ.
I know this fucking Josh, dude.
Just type in Jerry Bedknob with a G.
Yeah, Gerry, I think.
Where'd you get this guy?
he is our backup guy.
Yeah, he's our backup.
I'd say.
Come on, bro.
How do you spell his last name?
Bedknob, like knob. Look at you. Who's better than you right now? Or maybe no K. There you go. There's Jerry Bedknob.
Whoa, motherfucker from 40-Year-Old Virgin who killed somebody?
Yeah. No, he's not the one that killed somebody. That was the other kid that killed somebody. The guy that killed somebody was on my first sitcom deal. He played a character on it. Shelley Vidge was his name, I think. Shelley Vidge.
Wait, there's a guy who killed somebody?
Yeah, the other Indian guy in 40-Year-Old Virgin.
Really?
Shelley Vidge or Lal or something like that. No, not Vidge or Lal. I mean Vidge. Wow, this guy's fucking brilliant.
Yeah. Just look up Shelley 40-Year-Old Virgin, see what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
him.
Yeah. He killed somebody?
Yeah, Shelley Malil, is that his name? Yeah, he killed his girlfriend.
Whoa.
Whoa, white? Yep.
Girlfriend or wife, yeah. That's why I don't mess with white chicks.
Yeah.
What a shame. He's got great hair, you know?
Yeah,
he does.
fantastic hair.
Hey, what a waste. You're in jail with great hair. Now you're getting fucked by some guy named Bubba. And, because you got great hair.
yeah, that's bad.
The thing is, he was the nicest guy. It wasn't like, I guess these guys that don't know how to fight, like people that don't know how to fight, they get frustrated, and the only person they get attacked is a girl.
Ooh, I believe that. I think
You know what I
that's
mean?
definitely some realness in that.
You can attack a girl and you could kill her, and then you're like, fuck, now what am I going to do? I'm a punk. You know what I mean? Like, what are you going to do?
Yeah, I think that's real for sure. A lot of guys who can't fight beat women.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then there's some few guys who can fight who also beat women. It's like, well, that's just
CTE. See, there's always a reason. If there's a reason, I'll find it. I'm a reasonable man.
Do you ever feel like I guess the question is the weight of being the first one, or is it not?
No, I mean, again, if you don't know when you start, like you're the first one, like I thought Jerry was, and then when I realized when I would hear him talk, I go, that guy sounds Trinidadian to me, and then I was talking to this guy I grew up with, this guy named Peter. Literally grew up. We grew up together. We used to break dance together. We lived on the same street. Peter's parents are Trinidadian. Peter's dad grew up with Jerry in Trinidad. So when I said, do you know Jerry? He goes, Jerry Baldeo, yeah, man. We grew up together and all that. I'm like, oh, shit, okay. And then I meet Jerry and I go, hey, do you remember Alan Rattan? Of course, Alan Rattan was schoolmates, man. And I'm like, oh, shit, okay. And then I started calling Jerry Uncle Jerry because he's a sweet guy. He's fucking nuts, but he's a sweet guy. Like, he's still probably crazy, like, in a good way.
Right.
But you go to his house, and if he got drunk, he'll pull his guns out and start firing them. You're like, all right, Jerry, calm down a little bit. He will fucking pull out the guns and start firing them.
Yeah, bro. Brown boys can get wild, bro.
Yeah, brown
You
boys
boys get wild. When I'm like around some of you guys who like the ones who like turn up for real. Man,
Yeah,
they really
but
get crazy.
it's a lot of it is fake. You know what I mean? Like, it's because they're safe in their little brown zone. You pull them out of that, and they calm down. It's it's kind of like you put any group of one race together. There's going to be a problem.
Yeah.
Because somebody wants to be the alpha, and it's always the fake alpha that gets to be the alpha.
Yes.
It's kind of like the class clown was never the funny guy.
Yeah, I actually had a theory that comedians weren't class clowns, like stand-ups weren't class clowns.
No, the comedians were the ones making fun of the class clown. The class clown was the popular kid who was doing things to get laughs by everybody.
Yes.
The comedian was the one sitting beside you going, look at this fucking idiot. And you and I would be giggling.
Yes.
Yes.
That's who the comedian is.
Dude, I remember that in middle school, the guy who won class clown was just a popular kid. And I remember thinking, I remember being hot about it.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I'm so much funny, like in my head. But of course, I'm not. He was popular, though.
Yeah. It doesn't matter. And when you get into the comedy world, it becomes the exact same thing.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if you wrote the same joke as the more popular guy and you wrote it first and did it better. The more popular guy is going to get the credit for it. It's not that he stole it from you.
Yeah.
He had the same thought. But his wasn't as sharp as yours. And he got the credit as being brilliant for it. I've seen it happen to me time and time again.
Damn.
Not that these guys aren't stealing from me, but we just have a similar thought. And then I'm like, I said that fucking 12 years before that guy said that. And it was nothing when I said, but when he says he's fucking brilliant. I'm
Yeah,
like,
he's brilliant. Yeah, it's this
guy's a
way.
genius. I'm like, I get the fuck out of here. I mean, he is good. The people I'm talking about are good comics. They're
Right.
solid comics. And taking them in, but like the fucking media is all like, oh, wow, first time we were, because you're watching him, you're not watching me.
Right.
When people go, who do you like? And I go, there's so many good comics now. There's so many shit ones. Fuck, you want to see them? Come to Austin. But Jesus Christ, everybody swears they're on the A-list out here.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, we're all the closer you get to Joe Rogan, you feel it. You can feel it. Yeah, it's just a feeling in Tony. But that's the only play here. So
No, I
if you're
get
in
it.
that atmosphere, you can really
It's
feel it.
great for people that have been doing comedy for under 10 years. This is the
Schultz
city
did the
for it.
same thing.
Yeah.
He tells everyone if you're under 10 years, move to Austin.
Yeah.
But if you're not, like go if you're like more established, then go here or there.
I call it open mic city. It's great for you. You get lots of time.
Yes.
Chances for you to grow. The problem is it's very, I don't want to say incestuous, but it's a little too close knitted.
You think so?
And it's very political out here. I'm hearing from other comics out here. I'm like, really? And I'm like, I didn't know that because I don't deal with that shit.
Yeah.
I'm 35 years in. I'm not dealing with the young kids' politics. You know what I mean? Might as well ask me about fucking Little Yachty. I got nothing to say. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, I don't know. I think any place where there's people coming up is political, right?
I mean, yeah, but like it's a smaller community out here.
Right.
So it's way more close knit. So in LA, you're a store guy, you're a factory guy, you're an improv guy, or if you're established, you're all three. You know, you don't lock yourself into one of them.
And then there's a whole in LA too. There's the alt side. There's this whole other side that's like not even. It's its own little universe.
Well, that's the alternative to comedy.
But I get what you're saying. Just because this scene, like you said, the fact that if you're a comic in this scene, you know everybody else in the scene. Whereas if you're in New York or LA, you don't know everybody. You know?
Right. And then you're gonna get irritated by that guy moving forward, or why is that girl getting a spot and not me? And it becomes why not me in the city after a while. The most complaints I hear from everybody when I'm talking to people like, oh, why not me? I'm like, well, fucking, politic better, motherfucker. You gotta play the game. You can't sit there expecting people to. This game doesn't know anybody anything. I'm so far ahead of where I ever thought I'd be, and I still feel like the game owes me shit. But like my ego says the game owes me shit, but my brain goes, the game doesn't owe you shit. You owe the game a lot because it's giving you way more than you deserved.
Wow.
Damn.
Don't listen to your ego. Your ego
so
will
loud,
fucking it's very.
It's got a megaphone
Your
in there.
ego is like the person that's not laughing in the crowd. Why isn't that motherfucker laughing? Everybody else, now I'm focused on him.
Yeah.
You got 100 people laughing and one's not. You're like, now I need to know why that guy's not laughing and how to get to him.
And I'll ruin everybody else's good time.
It sure as fuck
to
will.
make this guy laugh.
Exactly. Like that's why I stop myself from saying things online sometimes because I'm like, the people that look at you and admire you aren't seeing that side. And all you're going to do is shine a light on some shit they don't need to see.
Right. And they're not the ones commenting if they like you.
Yeah. The thing that bothers me is that nobody that likes me defends me online. I'm like, motherfucker.
Well, because if you think about it, if like I think about it like this too. If I enjoy a clip of anything, unless it's like something like really weird, I never go to the comments. So why would I take my time out to defend something I don't even see? You know what I mean? Like, the people who like you usually just move on.
That's a good point. Yeah, when I like something, even if I leave a comment, it's just I'm not reading the other comments. I'm just like, oh, I like that joke. Fire emojis or hilarious. And then you're right. I'm not going through and seeing what the temperature was.
I just check to see that I'm not saying the same thing as somebody else before me.
No, I get that. Yeah,
I'm like, I don't want to fucking look like I stole this guy's fucking congratulatory text.
But yeah, this scene is still. I think what you said, the pilot, because me and him talk about it a lot. Of like, oh wow, it's very just because at least coming from being in LA as long as we were and getting to experience what that scene was, like, all right, this is what a real scene, a big scene, and then coming here, you see like, oh, a lot of these people have never been, they don't know how to politic or play the game or understand that it's
all it is now is the store.
That
it's the store here now.
Yes, but it's just the store. There's not another one. There's not an
it's
improv
the store,
factory.
and it seemed to have brought all the same politics as the store.
Yes,
which is a weird thing to do. You think. And that's not indicative of the club or Joe or anybody. That's just the way everybody brought their problems with them. and they just thought because it's a new club that they would just jump to the front of the line. You're like, no. You got to go back to where you were and let the big boys play first, you know?
Yeah. Well, then everyone else in this scene doesn't even understand because to them, they were just doing comedy in Austin. And now there's this political, like there are political moves and things that you just got to kind of think about and move. And you can tell they're like, what the fuck is any of this? They have
Yeah.
no idea. They've just never even done that before.
A lot of people come in after doing like 10 sets and think they're ready to headline. You're like,
Of course, it's like I've heard it. That's what it was like. I guess back in the day, if you can get that 5 minutes on Carson or whatever.
no,
but you only
back
had 5 minutes.
In the 80s, it was if you did Evening at the Improv and you did Carson, you were set for life.
Even if you only had those 15 minutes or whatever.
Yeah, that's why there was so many famous popular comics in the 70s and 80s that I can recall. And then I go, I don't remember any of their jokes.
Yeah.
I don't remember buying their records. I don't remember listening to them on the radio. I don't remember any of it, but I remember their face and remember the fact that they were popular and they were famous because they were on TV back then. To be on TV back in the 70s and 80s, you had to be famous.
Yeah.
Like now you could be on TV without, and nobody gives a shit. You could do fucking 15 Fallons and nobody's going to care.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's good. That's done. I
That's
feel like
done.
late night's done.
That's way done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
15 Fallons don't equal one Kill Tony. Like that's how
the-
far
that's the crazy thing about it.
yeah, that's a jump.
It's just the new world. Now, my thought is then it's like there must have been, if you just got 5 minutes on like to the Tonight Show and that's what you were working for, and then all of a sudden you're set, your whole hour still might have been trash, right?
Yeah, but back then the bar wasn't very high.
Hmm.
I mean, the elite guys were, you can count them on one hand back then.
That's true. I see what you're saying.
You know what I mean? There's
Right.
now they're like,
Now there's a bunch of great comics just out there.
like,
on the
you know,
map.
look, I've been doing arenas for 17 years now.
Crazy.
I was the first
Crazy.
guy doing arenas like
Come on,
consistently,
dude.
right?
Jesus
Right.
Christ.
But now everybody's doing arenas, like everybody.
yeah.
Well,
I mean-
that's indicative of how popular comedy has gotten.
Yeah, I mean, like, you know, Dane. People always go to Dane, and that's fair because Dane did it before me. But Dane only did one arena tour, and then I've been fucking doing them since 2007. But nobody goes, you know, Russell still does arenas. No, nobody gives a fuck. You know what I mean?
Also, what makes you very impressive is international arenas. The
Yeah,
fact
I
that you
mean,
can do an
now
arena
everybody's
everywhere.
going international now too.
Yeah, well, yeah. Well, because I do it with, I tour with Schultz, Andrew Schultz,
Oh, yeah.
and he's very international, and his audience is extremely diverse.
You know, he hits me up when he goes international, right?
I believe that.
I-
That's what I was bringing up. Is that you? I mean, we talk about it.
He
Is that-
hits me and he's like, "Hey, bro, what do you think it's safe there? Can I go? Yeah, do this. Don't do that. Don't talk about this. Do whatever else. You just don't mention these certain things, and you'll be fine."
Yeah,
And that's what he does, and he fucking murders it.
it's insane, dude. It's insane. to watch.
I really think Schultz is probably the best in the game right now.
I agree. But a lot of
And
people-
I'm a fan.
Yeah.
Like I'm a friend, but I'm a fan too.
Yeah.
Because and just his work ethic is insane too.
It's insane,
it's
dude. And he
unbelievable.
puts on
Like
he puts on a show.
everything he does is like top notch. Yeah, I mean, you know, I was the first guy to put DJs on the stage with him. I had 2 DJs on stage with me, and I made it a party before the show started.
That's what he does.
Yeah.
It's a part before, because I'm the opener, but before I go out, it's rocking. I'm not going, it's no cold open for me. It's,
No,
it's,
not at all.
it's literally rocking already. So it's just really cool to be a part of somebody who does it like that.
Yeah.
Because you're also not leaving the opener just out to dry, and it's 15,000 people.
Yeah.
And it's just cold as fuck.
Did you do
know?
Abu Dhabi with him?
Yeah. Both times. Yeah, it was awesome.
I opened that arena.
The
In
fucking
20 Etihad Arena.
Etihad, yeah.
September 2021, I opened it. I was the first performer in there. There was nobody in before me. And they were still pulling plastic off the seats that day. The Coca-Cola Arena in Dubai, I was the
Yes.
first performer in there too.
Holy
they were tearing the
shit.
plastic off the seats that day too.
I love
Damn.
that, dude. You're in an arena like they test it with you. They're like,
Yeah.
all right, let's make sure it's good. We'll put
Yeah.
that's crazy.
And then I shot my last special at the Etihad Arena last November.
That's a great room.
Yeah.
Also, the people there, you're insane how much they are with our culture.
Oh, they're sharp.
Every
dude.
reference I said, they were on it like
There's
it
no-
was
there's
like we
no-
were Chicago or something.
There's no delay.
Yeah, no delay. There was no delay.
America has the delay now. Because if you go say anything outside of America, they go, huh? I don't get it. I'm like, well, you better fucking get it, America, because the rest of the world's catching up and they're going to pass you.
It feels like
Yes.
that. It absolutely feels like
Because I
that.
called him after Abu Dhabi. I was like, bro, they got every small little nuance, every little movie reference. They were right there with me. I was
yeah.
like, whoa.
Yeah, they're on it.
So yeah, that was crazy. But yeah, it is cool that you were like to do the international thing is like
I was the third artist in Barclays. It was Barbra Streisand, Jay-Z, then me.
Barbara got you. I like how Barbara
got
got
you.
its own.
I'm willing to lose to Barbara and Jay-Z.
Is there a country that you've done you'll be like, whoa, what the fuck? This is wild. I can't believe I sold out an arena here.
Well, other European countries don't really have much arenas, so you end up doing like theaters. Like Croatia, when I did Croatia, I was like, what the fuck am I doing in Croatia? And why is it sold out? And how do they understand me?
Yes.
You know, Latvia Lithuania, all these places where I'm like, what the fuck am I doing here? And sold out, and they're fans. You're like, this is amazing.
Do you think that all stems from that one YouTube video?
It could be that would be the start of it for sure.
That's the start of it all.
That's the start of it, yeah.
Damn.
And people go, I saw your first special. I go, you saw the one in 1995? Oh, I saw that was my third special. Okay. or when people go, I've been following you since you started. I'm like, you were there in 1989? No, the special. I'm like, that was 2003. I was already 14 years in, pal. You weren't there at the beginning of my career or my beginning of my specials, but I appreciate you being there now.
Golly. That's a crazy feeling to be doing it that long, that people come in and they think they're with your journey, and you're like, bro, that was 2016. That special number 7. Like, that's crazy.
I just shot number 10 last year, but I haven't released it yet.
Are you waiting on?
I was trying to find a home for it, and nobody, the selling a special world is kind of dead now.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to do pay-per-view and then eventually YouTube, I guess.
I was about to say, would you ever go back to just putting it on YouTube?
Yeah,
how you started?
Definitely. I'm not opposed to it. I'd rather give it away for free than get fucked by some streaming company who wants to underpay you.
And then underpay you, and then also just put you at the back, like you don't even find it. Because a lot of our friend specials that come out, you'll see them on the top page for literally the first day.
Yeah.
And then you have to search their whole name.
Yeah, you have to know that you're looking for it.
Yeah, which is impossible on a streaming service.
Yeah, that's bullshit. Yeah.
But it's crazy how YouTube does such a great job of showing you stuff you've never seen.
Yeah, YouTube brings up shit all the time, and I'm like, well, what is that? Let me watch it.
They're unreal good.
For some reason, all I'm watching is restoration shit now. For some reason, like
once YouTube
cars,
finds you,
sneakers, watches. I'm like, okay, I get it. You fix it, you clean it, I get it.
But you can't get enough of it.
But I still keep clicking on it like a jerk off.
Yeah, once YouTube figures you out, it's hard to break that cycle.
Yeah,
same with Pornhub does that too.
Yes.
Well, we haven't been on Pornhub. Is blocked here.
Just get a VPN. Don't act all coy with me. There.
No, dude. XNXX.
Yeah, there's other sites, but
sites.
Pornhub is the most YouTube-ish of the sites, though. They're
because but then you're like, well, when did I ever look at that? Why are you fucking sending me that?
Yeah.
I never looked at a tranny before. Now you're sending me trannies, and I have to find the "don't show me this again" thing.
Don't show me this again.
that's Deric's favorite flavor.
Yeah, I like that.
Hey,
I
do
like
what you got to do. What you got to do, man. I mean, you're from Memphis. Or as they call it, man fist.
I don't like Pornhub. I don't like the high quality with porn. I need a little grunge.
I like it to be amateur.
Yes.
I want to see her actually get aroused.
Yes.
And I want it to be real.
Yep. I want to see they're done with sex, and then the guy walks up to the camera, and you see him awkwardly turning it off. I want no edits.
Yeah,
you know what
I like that. I like that.
The guy walking up to the camera is like, that's ooh, I saw a good one.
Yeah.
I remember one time I went to, I was on the road, and I was like, I'm going to jerk off and go to sleep. So I go to Pornhub. But when you don't have anything in your head of what you're looking for, you're just hoping something will trigger you.
Yeah.
I'm on page 85 now. Nothing. And I'm like, Jesus Christ. And I'm like, why am I so determined to do this? I'm dozing off. And so no, I got it. And then, so I'm like, all right, this will work. It's some mature woman solo masturbation. She reminded me of a friend's mother. I'm like, that's perfect. That'll work, right? So I put it on. I have the volume at maybe like 4. And I hear music in the background. And I've been DJing for 40 years. So my brain goes, what is that? This is where the ADD kicks in. And never mind this woman. She's dancing goofy. But what's that song playing in the background? That girl has a really good voice. I'm like, is that Adele or something? So then I turn the volume up now, right? I'm like, what is that? So I pull up my phone and try to Shazam the porno. Shazam can't find it. Porno ends. I'm like, fuck, I have to restart the porno now. And jerking off's not in the question anymore. Now I want to know who this fucking artist is. I have to open up a split screen and type out the lyrics to try and find who the artist. I eventually find the artist. It was some Irish singer named Kaz Hawkins. Shout out to Kaz Hawkins. With an amazing voice. She's fucking amazing. And her and I have messaged back and forth now on Instagram. I told her how I found her.
I thought she was learning right.
and she's Irish, so she has a great sense of humor. She's like, it's fucking brilliant. I love it. And I was like, but I've been telling everybody, her voice is incredible. But I found her music on Pornhub of all places, and then I bought her album subsequently. And her voice is so powerful that night I found the song that was playing, downloaded it, played it, and cried and knocked out. Went to sleep.
Man.
So there was a.
You got the liquids out.
Yeah, I was gonna say, there was definitely
release.
an excretion.
Who's Russell? I know because I know you know what's funny when I think of you. I know you know so much about hip hop. I almost think about that equally with like how great of you are as a comic because you're
Well,
great
hip
hip
hop
hop.
is my thing. That's what it's when people say hip hop, they go, "You like rap music?" I go, "No, I like hip hop, the culture."
I know you.
The entire thing. It's not about rapping. Rapping is one fucking element of hip hop.
Yes.
The DJing was breaking was what got me in. Then tagging and then DJing. And then the I never rapped, so at least I did 3 of the 4 elements.
Wait, you could breakdance?
Not anymore.
But you could.
I could back in the day. I am a member of Rocksteady Crew.
Really?
Yeah, Crazy Legs made me an official member last year.
Last year's
kind of crazy.
like I wasn't expecting last year.
Yeah, it's like when the Veterans Committee votes in an old player for the Hall of Fame. That's
Yeah, you're like, oh, he finally got in.
Yeah, but he made me my own shirt. See?
Oh, whoa!
Holy shit, that's real. You're really in there.
Yeah, I'm in there. See?
Yeah,
Can
can you send that to me? I'll
send it to you.
Yeah. I'll post that. We'll post that when the video episode comes out. That's crazy.
Where's Ehsan?
Who's your top 5?
What?
Top 5 MCs.
Oh, I mean, it would be Biggie, number 1 for me.
Okay.
Wow, I wouldn't even order. I love that you put them in order.
Then after that, it's anything goes.
Okay.
So it's Biggie number 1, and then it'll be Big Daddy Kane, Big L. There's a lot of bigs in this one. Lord Finesse.
Wow.
AG from Showbiz and AG. AG's fucking dope. So underrated.
Wow. The last 2 were just like, man, congratulations to those guys.
Dope.
I know, but the top 5 is like, whoa.
Finesse can speak. He's also one of my best friends, but that's beside the point. No, but I was a fan of his before we became friends, and I was a fan of all these guys before we became friends. Lord Finesse is the one that discovered Big L.
Yeah.
And Kane is the one that put Biggie on stage with Tupac at Madison Square Garden. You ever hear that live freestyle live from Madison Square Garden, where it's Biggie and Tupac on stage together?
Yes, I know the moment you're talking about.
It was like, "Where Brooklyn at? Where Brooklyn at?" That's from Madison Square Garden, and Big Daddy Kane was on stage, and he goes, "Yo, where's Tupac and Biggie Smalls?" And he brought them out, and they performed that night. Now Kane is one of my good friends too.
That's crazy.
And AG is a friend of mine as well. I've DJ'd for AG at one of his shows. He came to LA, he was staying with me, and then he was like, "Yo, I got a show." I go, "I'll take you." So I take him to a show, and the person who's DJing for you goes, "I don't know I go, "You're just gonna do a show with some random DJ?" He goes, "Yeah, no, I just got my music, they'll be fine." I get there, the person supposed to be DJ is fucking hammered, and he can't figure out the fucking equipment. I go, "Dude, get away." I have to rehook up the equipment, restart everything. And then I go, "Stay there." I got AG I'm DJing for. I ended up DJing for AG then.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I've had some pretty great moments in that hip hop world.
Yeah, I mean, I've just seen you talking about it. That's what made me so curious. Of like, wow. Do you like any of the new rappers today, or are you like, I love this guy as well? Not one?
Really?
None that come to mind. I'm sure there's guys that I appreciate, but
none that you were like, no, this young guy is a guy.
Well, there's a guy named Crime Apple out of New Jersey. He's dope.
Yeah.
Nems is really dope.
Nems is dope.
But like, even so, you don't fuck with like the Kendricks and the.
No.
Really?
No, I don't buy it at all.
Why? Why don't you buy
what?
it? Why don't
Kendrick,
you buy
I never got into him. It's voice that it doesn't work for me. It's also not making music for me. Like, a lot of these guys aren't making music for guys like me. They're making music for young people. And that's fair. That's what they're supposed to do.
Yeah.
The fuck you want to chase your dad for? You know what I mean?
Right.
Chase the money. And that makes sense.
Yeah.
So for me, it's like the worse it sounds to me, the more popular it probably is. My one guilty pleasure is, and I've never admitted this publicly.
Let's go.
My one guilty pleasure that I Migos.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
It's the one you would never like them. I go, actually.
Oh, I love
They're fucking dope.
They are dope.
They are
So
fucking dope.
R.I.P. Takeoff, dude. Hell yeah. Oh
Whoa,
my god.
I did not see that. I didn't expect that at all.
Yeah.
No.
I honestly had no idea who he was gonna say.
I've never said that out loud. But when I see like clips of them, I'm like, yeah, get it. I'm like, fuck am I doing? I'm like, but it's different. That's what I like about it. It's different what they're doing. They're not copying everybody else.
No, they're not. I hate that it's over. It was, I mean, unreal. They
did that performance though
Unreal,
at the BET Awards last year.
They did. I mean, well,
I was there.
Yeah, but the minus.
Yeah, I mean,
the one.
Yeah,
but it's kind of hard. I can't.
But
think
still,
they're
it was
the same.
dope.
It's still dope. But
the energy in the room, the energy in the room
Yeah.
was really ill.
I can't imagine.
I was Big Daddy Kane's +1 that night, so him and I are sitting there watching. And I go, Kane. He goes, what? I go, I really like these guys. And Kane goes, these motherfuckers are dope. And I'm like, I know. I was like, okay, good. We're on the same page.
No, Migos is definitely as far as group goes, they're my favorite group, and then Outkast would probably be 2 as far as
You're
group
from the
rappers.
South, so you should be in that. I
love it, dude.
Yeah, I mean, I'm friends
3-6
with.
would be 3.
I'm friends with those guys.
3-6
With Paul and what's the other guy?
Juicy J.
Well, more Paul than Jay.
Yeah.
I mean, I've met.
Well,
Jay.
you called Paul by his real name. I
Yeah,
feel
you
like.
did.
Yeah, you went
But
Paul and
here's a
Juicy.
fucked up Paul story. This is a wild story. This might have been 2007, I think.
Mm-hmm.
What year did they win the Academy Award?
I want to say
2006.
2007. Hustle and Flow, I believe, was 2006 or maybe 2008. Some, either,
No, it was before that.
somewhere
I think
in
it was
there.
6, yeah.
Okay.
Because I was with them I think, shortly, either right before they might have won the Academy Award or right after they won, or the other. I was at this Asian Excellence Awards in LA. And it's already a wild story. But after, they had an after party, and it's me, Quentin Tarantino, DJ Paul, and a bunch of fucking random, like, just mishmash people, like, what? Like Christy Yamaguchi was there, you know what I mean? Like, and so like random people, and I get drunk. We're all drunk. We're all drinking. We're having a great time. And Paul, and I didn't know about Paul's hand.
Wait, I don't know about Paul's hand.
So DJ Paul's hand has he's like a little hand. It's always in a. He covers it up most
With a
music
glove.
videos with a glove. You can't really see it, but if you've seen him enough, you know he's always like a little hand.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
I didn't know about that, and I'm drunk, and we're hanging out the whole night, and yeah, that thing, and I said something, went ha ha, and he put that little hand. I go, what the fuck happened to your hand? Because I was drunk, and literally you saw him go. He got I felt bad after. I was like, oh shit, I'm sorry, man. And every time I see him subsequently, I'm like, hey buddy, how are you? I don't bring it up anymore, but I'm like, I feel like a jerk off, you know?
Yeah, I do remember the first time I saw that hand. It was like, whoa, because you see them in Memphis everywhere, bro. Them and Yo Gotti. As a kid, you would just see they were just so much a part of the city.
Oh, Yo Gotti.
Yeah, dog.
I'll tell you a funny Yo Gotti story.
I figured we have a Yo Gotti story here.
Well, it has less to do with Yo Gotti. It has more to do with me. I have 2 kids and 2 mothers for my kids. Thanks, black people. And thanks for the bad influence. And,
Yeah, you really are into hip hop culture. Huh?
Wait a minute, guys. Wait a minute.
but my sons, you ever see the video for Down in the DMs?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so you know they're sitting outside, they're standing outside the church and they're talking, and then a car pulls up and a really pretty girl gets out.
Yes.
That's my son's mother. But here's the ironic part. You know how I met her? I was down in the DMs.
No, you weren't, Russell. No way.
I was down in the DMs. I didn't even know she was in the video. I would never have watched the video to begin with, but yeah, that's how I had a son with.
Oh my God, dude.
Wow.
I wasn't expecting that when I said
Yeah.
Yo Gotti's name.
And then, Yo Gotti was selling his house in Westlake Village, and I went and looked at it. I didn't know he was the one. I saw the house. I go, I want to see that, and so I went to look at it, but it had a strong marijuana odor in there. I was like, I'm not really ready for this.
Yeah, there's a lot of great Memphis rappers. A lot of Memphis rappers have made it. It's very interesting. Like a lot. It's like a weird city where just that genre of music.
Well, if you saw Hip Hop Evolution, did you watch that?
Was it on Netflix, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
I executive produced that.
So this is what I meant.
And we had a Memphis episode in there.
Yes.
Yeah, that was us.
That's crazy. Like, how are you? Yeah, how are you so in this world, bro? That's
I'm in the
fucking
world.
crazy, dude. As much as you're into the boxing world, yeah, you're in 3 fighting worlds: comedy, boxing, and rap.
Yeah. Yep. And DJing.
And DJ, yeah, it was very you have to fight to make it. Stay in it.
DJing is just like comedy. Boxing is just like comedy. Jiu-jitsu is just like comedy. Anything that's just you against something is just like comedy.
Yes.
Fucking tennis could be just like comedy. You know what I mean?
Right,
Golf
probably.
could be like comedy.
I've heard that one. I've heard golf. Well, a lot of comedians who play golf, they'll say that the similarities.
I don't know if I have the fucking patience or time for golf.
You got the money. You got that money.
Yeah, but I can't do the goofy wares. You know what I mean? And everybody stands there fucking practicing. I'm like, get the fuck out of here, practicing strokes.
Yeah.
You see them standing, waiting backstage?
Yeah, you see it. You'll see them.
I'm like,
you'll
get the
see
fuck out of here. You don't see me
comics
standing going, you know, I'm not trying to shoot for people's legs because I do jiu-jitsu. Come on, let me choke out real quick. I got to go on stage. You know, it's just...
No, that's one of my. I don't like when you do a show with Rogan. That is kind of one of my favorite things. Is you'll be talking to him, and then he'll be talking to you, and then he'll just like fucking hit a splits, stretching, hit a splits, and then stand up and.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? And then he'll go on stage.
Yeah,
It's like,
I
this
rolled
guy's
with Joe
wild.
Rogan. It's not fun.
No,
It's like
intense.
rolling with a gorilla. He's a little gorilla with the strength of a fucking gorilla. he's like a white silverback. He's an albino silverback is what he is. We're fucking strong as an ox.
I can't
Yeah,
imagine
dude.
wanting to fight him.
No, I didn't want to, but he was like, "You want to go?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." You know, fight brain. Yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I defended for as much as I could, and then I got tapped out. But you know,
Yeah, I've seen how hard that guy kicks, and it's like, oh, bro, I think you
I'm
can
not
kick
worried
my
about the
head
kicks
off.
because we're not kicking in that game.
that's true.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm definitely not trying to get kicked by that guy.
Just working out with him. Whenever you work out with him, it's like, man, this dude's a fucking animal, bro. How is he 60 years old or however old he is? He's an animal, bro.
He's 57, I think.
65. Absolute fucking animal, dude. And like will make you not bitch out too when you work out with him. It's very
No, he gets in your head.
he gets in your head. He gets in your fucking head.
You know, I'm way older than you, and I'm doing this, right? You're like, oh, fuck, I got
Jesus
it.
Christ.
Yeah, right. I should have no excuses.
Yeah, you can't. You
This
gotta.
77-year-old.
Yeah. Joe Rogan's 136 years old.
Yeah. And he can do like 50 pull-ups
Yeah.
in 2 seconds. I'm
With
like,
his
what?
dick.
Whenever we hit, he does this one thing, bro. It's like this motherfucker. Well, hey, whenever we do the sauna with him, we do the sauna, and he sets
Oh,
it
he'll
to him.
out sauna you too.
He'll
Oh,
out
for
sauna
sure.
you, bro.
He'll outdo anything.
So he sets the timer. We got to do 20 minutes, or he makes fun of me. He sets the timer on his watch, and then you know you're talking, you're fine, and then when you start really feeling it, you know you want to look like I'm looking at your watch. You want to do this, and this motherfucker just goes like this. And it's like, what's wrong with you, dog? Let me just know how much time is left.
But that's the right move because the second it'll go slower if you watch it.
Oh yeah.
Let me just know.
No.
I'm like you. I like to know too. I'm like, I have a sauna in my house. I go sit in it, and I'm like, okay. And then I take my phone. Then your phone overheats, so I can't take my phone in there now.
Yep. Right.
So there's no music playing, and then I got the music playing outside, but you can't hear it because they're in the sauna. And then I'm like, all right, that's got to be at least 20 minutes. I come out, same song still playing. I'm like, well, what the fuck? I've been here a minute and a half. I'm like, what is this, the fucking remix? No, it's still the intro. What?
Oh yeah, dude, he's a fucking god. It's the best working out with him because he pushes you. But damn, bro,
Yeah.
intense,
Yeah.
absolutely intense.
So Deric and I just passed 10 years in the game.
Nice.
Of comedy.
Now you're out of the incubation period.
Yeah.
That's what people
That's what
say,
people
yeah.
say.
This is where you can come into your own. It wasn't until 10 years that I didn't understand that either until I hit the 10-year mark. And then I started going on stage and I realized, oh yeah, but it wasn't calculated. It just starts to happen.
Right.
It becomes second nature to you. And you started at 20?
So yeah, started at 20.
There you go. You?
Started at 21.
There you go. Look at you guys, kids.
I know. Do you still look, even though we're 30-something-year-old men, you're still like, oh, look at these kids in comedy. Does it
No,
still look that
I
way?
look. I see. I've never done that to anybody who does comedy. I never look at you as, oh, you're just this. Unless we're talking business, then I'm like, okay, don't talk business. If you want to talk comedy,
Yeah.
you know, then we can talk because I look at it as everybody as equals. Newcomer, oldcomer, male, female, doesn't matter. We're equal in my mind. I just look at you. Okay, we do the same job. Do we do that at different levels? Maybe, but that's not the point. The point is we do the same job.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, part of the same tribe.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and I never look at somebody they go, you, but I'm like, no, don't negate yourself because somebody has a little more experience than you. You could show respect, but at the same time, I look at you as an equal. I don't look at you like as, oh, this guy doesn't know anything yet. Like, I hate that arrogance. I dealt with that coming in.
Yeah.
And I hated it. I was like, why would you do that to somebody? We're doing the same fucking job. And now I've passed those people. I'm like, well, fuck you then. You know what I mean? Because that's what could happen to you. You know, you be a dick to somebody young, and then they pass you, and then you're like, oopsie. And they're like, hey, buddy. And like, I remember when you were a dick to me. You know?
Yeah.
And I remember everybody was a dick to me when I was growing up.
Yeah, you don't forget that. I do.
Yeah.
I do. You do have that list in your head. I think every
Yeah.
time you have it, I'm just like,
I
you
can't
had
wait
it,
till
you
that
had it.
motherfucker needs something from me. You know what I mean?
yeah, exactly that thought.
And I was like, I wonder if I'm on someone else's list like that just because of whatever the fuck was going on.
They caught you on a day where
They
like,
caught me on
yeah.
a day, I don't even, or like when I was a door guy, you just had to say no to people all the time.
Yeah.
And it's like I just said the no the wrong way to the wrong person at the wrong time, and now I'm just on a list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you're definitely on a no-fly list. So there's one guaranteed list you're on.
Wait, were you about to ask us something about the 10-year mark or no?
Oh yeah, I was just like, where were you at when you were like at 10 years in?
1999, I was already doing international, but not as Russell Peters. I was doing international as I was living in England from 95 to 2002.
Okay.
I was like, I was there. I'd go to England for like 3 weeks, go home for 2 weeks, go back to England for 4 weeks, come home for 2 weeks. It was like that back and forth. And when you were doing England in the 90s, it was exploding in England. So I was opening up a new club every weekend, like Jongleurs. It was a chain of comedy clubs. And there used to be two. There used to be Camden and Battersea. Those were the two clubs. And then by around 97, 98, they had maybe like 35 clubs all across the UK, England, Scotland, Wales, everywhere. They had them everywhere. And I get to be, you know, I was there from the beginning. So I was in these new clubs every weekend. So you're making, you know, you're doing all this stuff. So when you were doing England, you're doing that. And then you get international gigs out of England because there's so many expats from England. So you get, I went to Dubai in 99 the first time.
Wow. Whoa.
I went to Hong Kong right before they handed it back to the Chinese.
Oh, well, British Hong Kong. Damn.
I got to see some shit that I would never. I did shows in Belgium and an Irish pub in fucking Brussels. You know what I mean? Like, you're doing all these places. You're doing Hong Kong, Philippines. You're doing like countries you never thought. Vietnam, China, Shanghai, Beijing. You're doing all these places, and nobody knows who you are. Nobody cares who you are. You're doing it. You're on an economy flight. You got a hotel room, and they're giving you 200 pounds a show. And it's like, I don't care. You're broke. You got a free flight, free food, free, damn good.
Yeah.
You're seeing the world. And so when I went to Dubai the first time, it was just one hotel. There was a Hyatt near the airport, shaped like a pyramid. And they used to have a nightclub in the basement called the Vault. And you would go do comedy night. There's like me and two other British comics or whatever. And then it would turn into a nightclub after. And I wasn't, not hip to the game out there. So I do my show. And then suddenly all these tall, cute white women are coming up to me like, hey. And I'm like, oh, fuck, they must have really liked my show. And then I go to this guy, the promoter, I go, hey, look at this chick. She's talking to me. He goes, she's a hooker. I was like, oh, fuck. There's all these Russian hookers in there. I was like,
that makes sense.
yeah. And I was like, God damn it. I don't want to waste my money on you, ho.
Man, it's so honestly, this is so cool hearing how, because everyone just sees the finished product of Russell Peters now, right?
Right.
Like, oh, he knows so much about all these cultures. He can do all these voices. He knows how everyone in this language talks and how this person's uncle would be and all this stuff. And then it's like, oh, you hear how we got there.
Yeah.
You were fucking traveling in the 90s when nobody knew who you were. So, you know what I mean? It's like, oh, it's just, it's just cool to hear that.
Yeah, like connect a lot of pieces. Like, of course he knows. He talked to them.
In Hong Kong, you used to do this restaurant called the Viceroy, and it was owned by Indian people. So when I came in, they were like, fucking Indian guy, this is amazing. And they were really nice to me. And these fucking guys take me out. They're like, we want to show you Hong Kong. I'm like, awesome. All right, let's go. They take me out. They take me to like a whorehouse. And they're like, pick a chick. And I'm like, oh, really? Okay. I get that one. And then go back to your hotel now. I go back to the hotel. And I never got a hooker before. So I'm like, what am I going to do here? I didn't, like, I'm used to kicking game and making out and getting in the mood, And I'm like, I wasn't just let's go, So the girl's in my room, and she's like, so what do you want? I'm like, I don't know. I felt bad. You know what I mean? I was like, so I just kind of talked to her for a little bit. And she goes, do you want me to bathe? And I go, if you want to, go ahead. I mean, do you want to have sex? And I go, I don't, not really, why don't you just get naked and I'll jerk off? You know what I mean? That's what I did. And then,
the gentleman way.
Right. And then she leaves. And then the next day I have a show at the Indian restaurant. Then it comes time to pay me, and they deducted the whore money out of my fucking pay. And I'm like, I never asked you for this, motherfucker. I would never have wasted my money on this shit. I was so mad.
That's some Indian shit.
That's
right there.
some real Indian
That's
shit.
some
right
real
there.
Indian shit.
Now that's an Indian giver.
Oh my God, dude! They just scam you out of every way.
Yeah.
Not Indians, but comedians. Other people
I had
who
the
run
old
comedy clubs.
masturbate and switch.
Oh shit, dude, that's crazy.
Well, Russell, we have.
Should we start the podcast?
Yes, we should start the podcast.
We're gonna start the podcast right now, everybody. None of that was, by the way, in the episode.
Oh, good.
We always, from the Solid Show, we like to create games specifically for the guests,
Okay.
so that way they can have just something for them.
Deric, you don't spell your name with a K?
No, Deric.
All right, carry on. You're not Deric without a K. You're Eric with a D.
I've never heard that.
Wow. I don't. That's very correct. I don't know how you nailed it.
You know why my dad's name was Eric? I'm like, why is there? They spelled his name wrong.
My dad, his name's Ricky Poston, and Rick, he wanted to. My mom was like, "Oh, let's call him Ricky Jr." And my dad told her, "We'll call him Deric because it has Rick in it, and there's only one Ricky in this world."
Oh
He
shit.
told her that in the fucking hospital.
That's
Nice.
so
Are
funny.
were your parents together?
Still together, yeah.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah,
Sure they're from
30
the South?
years. Hmm?
Nice.
wait.
You sure they're from the South?
Russell.
How old's your dad? My age?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, literally, yeah.
Hilarious.
But this first game, because you know so much about boxing and you
Oh,
were
wait,
in
your
that
dad's
world.
white.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the problem. Okay,
No,
carry on.
wait a minute. God, Russell, hold on, dude.
Did he ever get mad and just accidentally call you the N-word?
Not me, but my mom.
Yeah, for sure. For sure he would have.
Yeah,
There's no fucking way you don't.
Yeah, he would never say it, but he'd look at her in a way where it's like, oh, I
His
know
eyes are saying.
His eyes are saying everything right now.
That's how I say it.
He didn't even say it. He just had hard R's in his eyes.
Dude, my dad's listening to this right now, so he's gonna be so happy
Yeah.
that you think he says the N-word.
That's Ricky with a hard R.
Our first game, because I heard you were best friends with Lennox Lewis.
We're not best friends, but we've been friends for a long time.
Best friends.
We
Yeah.
are good friends.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I know you know a lot about boxing. So our first, and you're from Canada, and I heard this is pretty much y'all's Black Friday,
That's
correct?
December 26th.
And y'all, this is
But that started in England, I think.
when
Boxing Day.
I looked it up, and it started with people giving gifts to the poor, and then it turned into corporations just being like, "Yo, come buy shit half off."
It was also I think the day after Christmas, people would return gifts,
Mm.
and you could buy them open box kind of deal. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So I think that's also where it came from, but it could be from the poor. I don't know the actual origin of it.
This is Wikipedia, what I learned, so I'm gonna go with what I said. 'Cause
Yeah, for sure.
It's Wikipedia.
Then it's got to be correct.
Russell, come on,
It
dude.
could be changed by anybody. It's perfect.
I trust it over the actual Canadian.
Yeah.
But today we are gonna learn your boxing knowledge, and just like with our guests, we like to, if you win, our viewers win something.
Oh, good.
We're gonna be giving away.
Yes. Basically, we have 2 games. If you get more than half of them right, a viewer in our comments will be winning a blender.
A blender, guys.
nice.
A sweet fucking blender,
Yes,
dude.
yes.
If this was a DJ show, they'd win a mixer. See?
God damn it, Russell. So let's test your boxing knowledge, my
All
brother,
right,
because
go
I know
ahead.
you
Go
got
ahead.
it. First question. Who did Lennox Lewis get the WC Heavyweight Championship belt from in 1992?
WBC championship.
Excuse me.
Also.
Even though they did not fight.
Oh, that's when Riddick Bowe threw it in the trash. Riddick Bowe didn't want to fight Lennox because Lennox had already knocked out Riddick Bowe in the Olympics in '88
I didn't know that part of it. That's amazing.
to win the gold in the super heavyweight division.
So Riddick just said, "I'm not going to fight."
Yeah, he was like, I'd rather throw this in the trash than give it to them, motherfucker. And then, Lennox can write and speak full sentences still, and unfortunately, Riddick can't drink without a straw. So,
Lennox does look like a poet.
So you've known Lennox for a long time, right?
almost 40 years.
Almost. At what point were you like, "Oh, this guy's about to be the heavyweight champion,"
Well, it's funny because
or he has that in him? I guess.
Well, no, because I knew him. He was tall and skinny when we were kids. You know what I mean? He was really skinny, tall and skinny. And it wasn't until he won the gold at the Olympics in '88 that I realized, oh shit, Lennox is really doing it. you know, and because I would just see him at tournaments. We weren't like best friends back then. We were like, you know, you're in boxing tournaments, you see the same guys, like, hey, what's up? Yeah, what's
But were
up?
you like ever like, oh, that's a bad motherfucker? Like don't fuck with him. He's bad.
No, you're around fighters, so you're all bad guys. You know what I mean? Like, don't fuck with any of these guys. You know, don't take your hat off. You know. But he was always nice and cordial, and then as you know, he became more successful and famous, and then I started my journey, and he would buy mixtapes off me back in the '90s. Like I would make mixtapes at my house, and he'd be like, I'd be playing. He goes, "Yo, where'd you get that?" I go, "I made it." He goes, "Let me get it." I go, "I'll make you a copy." "No, give me that one." I'm like, "Fuck." Here, you know. How much you want? Give me $20. Ugh. Leg's the cheapest motherfucker ever. I'm like, I'd say give me 40, give me $50. All right, here's 40. I'm like, all right, fine. Like when Lennox unified the championship in 1999 when he won all the belts.
Yeah.
He had a party in England, a victory party, and he called me and goes, "I want you to host my party." I go, "All right, how much?" He goes, "Nothing." And I go, "Okay, I'll be there." What are you gonna say? I was like hoping you'd throw me a fucking buck or two, you know?
Champ.
What are you gonna do? That's friends.
That is friends. All right, next question.
Marvin Hagler versus Thomas Hearns won for the
There was
undisputed
only
middleweight
one.
belt.
It was only one.
Really? Was referred to as what and who won in what round?
The best 15 minutes of boxing ever. Third round, Marvin Hagler knocked out Hearns.
Technically, it was known as the War.
Yeah, well.
But I'm going to give you that because you said it with confidence.
Yeah.
Hagler won by TKO in the third round, though.
But you know what's funny is you say it was called the War, but I think when Sugar Ray Leonard fought either Roberto Duran or Tommy Hearns for the third time in the late 80s, that was called War. The poster was War.
Interesting.
Oh, really?
I have the poster.
I like how you're more correct than the correct answers.
Yeah. That's how
But
much
that was
of boxing
considered
you
the
know.
best 15 minutes of boxing ever.
Yeah, I've watched
Really?
that fight. My dad had made me watch that fight. Ricky
Yeah.
Post, shout out Rick.
If you want to watch another great fight, you watch Diego Corrales versus Jose Castillo. Is that his name? Jose Luis Castillo, I think his name was. That fight is amazing.
How many rounds?
I think it went 10 or 11.
That's even crazy. With the same level of carnage as this?
It's wild because you think, oh shit, this guy won. Oh shit, that guy's gonna win. You're not sure who's gonna win the fight. Even though I know who won the fight, every time I watch it, I keep thinking, is he gonna fucking make it? No matter how many times I watch that fight, it's amazing.
Wow.
I will.
Diego Corrales, R.I.P. versus I think it was Castillo. I'm not sure what the first part of his name was, Jose Luis or Jose Castillo.
But I'm very curious. I'm definitely going to look that up.
Yeah.
Let's go to question 3. He's 2 for 2 so far. Who was the first ever heavyweight champion in boxing in 1882?
It could be John L. Sullivan. I think.
It's a bad boy right here, dude.
Yeah.
Oh,
This
my
is a
God.
bad boy right here,
Oh,
dude.
my God.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
We only had William Montgomery. I don't know if you know who that is.
Yeah, of course,
Comic.
redhead
Yeah,
guy.
he's the only other
Like him.
person who got every correct answer on a game
What were
that we
his
played.
about?
He's from Memphis as well.
Oh, yeah, right.
And so it was like every single one. So this might be a clean sweep. This is what I'm already like, holy shit.
This is crazy.
Question 4. What round of the exhibition fight did Ivan Drago knock out Apollo Creed, which ended up killing him?
Now, that I couldn't tell you because it's not real boxing to me. But let's go with 7.
Never mind.
That's so funny.
That's
so
the
funny.
one we know.
So
round 2.
You don't.
There you go.
You
Yeah.
don't watch like boxing movies. Like you can't.
No,
like, do
because
not watch like Rockies just for the
watched
entertainment value of it.
I watched them, but then I'm like, that wouldn't happen. I'm like, nobody's doing this. Where's your fucking hand? Like, how is the other guy not? How is the referee not stopped this? How is this guy not moving and trying to counter? This doesn't make any sense to me.
Well,
They let him die.
My favorite part about the Rocky boxing, it is just like, okay, I'll hit you in the face for like a couple punches, and then we switch
Yeah.
camera shots, and you hit me in the face for a couple punches.
Yeah.
And hands are down here, and we just
And every
hit each
time
other
he
in the
hits,
face.
and when they get hit in the body, you see the face go, oh, no fucking fighter does that. The last thing you do when you get punched and it hurts is make a fucking reaction. Because now I
Yeah.
know that guy knows to hit you again there. You have to fucking suck it up and like, in your head, you're like, that motherfucker hurt. You're like, all right. And then you got to keep fighting through.
That's. Did you watch the last UFC fight, the one Saturday with
Yeah,
Khalil Roundtree?
I watched it in right outside the green room at the mothership.
Roundtree was getting absolutely killed. Never showed an emotion.
Yeah.
Never showed one emotion. And Pierre is fucking teeing off on him with the jab right to his eye.
And were you standing there with me?
No, Saturday. No, we went to. I had to go to the festival. I went to the festival.
And I kept saying, I said, look, he's wide open for an uppercut. Bam, he threw the uppercut, hit him. I go, what'd I just say?
But you're so right. Khalil's getting destroyed, never showed emotion. I mean, just was taking it. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Warrior.
So this question wouldn't count for me because it's not real boxing.
Yeah, you're gonna have a hard time with a lot of these questions.
Here we go. Next question. How did Ali lose his first fight?
That's real boxing.
His first fight. Who the fuck did he lose his first fight to? Was it Frazier that he lost his first fight to?
I think it was a game show.
Was it Frazier that he lost?
Hold on.
I think it was. Yeah.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
All right. Unanimous.
He got it right, but
And that was
it
1971.
Oh, the answer was how.
The question was
No,
how.
I knew he didn't get knocked out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just wasn't sure whether it was unanimous, split, or majority, but I knew it was a decision. But
you did say Frazier.
yeah, it was,
And it was
1971, I think that was.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm giving it to him.
We're giving it to him.
We're giving it to him.
We're giving it to him because of the confidence as
Yeah.
well. In Rocky V, Rocky Balboa was told Tommy Gunn only fights in the ring. Where is Rocky Balboa's ring?
What do you mean, where is his ring?
So in Rocky V, Tommy Gunn said, Tommy Gunn only fights in the ring.
Mm-hmm.
Rocky said where his ring was, which is,
The parking lot, I think.
I'm going to give it to him.
Yeah.
Because I remember them fighting outside.
My ring's outside.
Here, I'll add to that. Tommy Gunn was played by Tommy Morrison,
Yes.
who died of AIDS.
Bonus point.
And wait, you ready?
You hit our AIDS bonus
You
point.
ready? Lennox fought Tommy Morrison, knocked him out, and it was after that fight they discovered Tommy had AIDS. And Lennox was so scared that he might have got it from the blood exchange.
Whoa.
Again, more answers than the correct answer. Unbelievable, Russell Peters.
Wow.
That was incredible, dude. Next question. And Rocky Balboa, Rocky 6. Who does Rocky fight in an exhibition, and who is that fighter in real life?
Was it Antonio Tarver?
Antonio Tarver, also known as Mason the Line Dixon. But I'm going to give it to him.
Antonio's a buddy of mine, too.
Really?
Yeah.
My dad always told, because I saw the movie with my father, and he was like, yo, that guy in real life's a bad motherfucker.
He's the one that knocked out Roy Jones.
Yes. Sure is.
Yeah.
Yep.
More answers than the answers, dude.
Crazy.
Next question. In 1994, the fight billed as one for the ages. How old was Foreman, and who did he TKO in the 10th round to win the WBA and IBF championship?
I believe Foreman was 44 or 45, and he knocked out Michael Moore.
Jesus
Holy
Christ,
shit!
bro.
So that's just
Jesus
amazing,
Christ. Thank God
dude.
there's a couple of Rocky questions in here to throw him off.
Yeah, it was way too easy for him. I thought the
remember that
Rocky
fight.
would be easy. Holy shit, 44-45, nailed that. My dad showed me this fight as well. This is a great one, watching Foreman.
Michael
rewin this.
Moore, when he was a light heavyweight, was a fucking beast. He was like 25-0 with 25 knockouts. He was just destroying dudes. Then he moved up to heavyweight, and he was still doing well, but I don't know. I never actually met Michael Moore, and I don't really know many people that know him. I don't know if he's a recluse or what, but I know he's from Pennsylvania. He's from Manessa, Pennsylvania. He's called himself the Manessa Mauler.
The Manessa Mauler. The Manessa Moore.
And he was
Mauler.
obsessed with horror movies and stuff like that. I have weird facts sitting in my head, dude.
Yeah, dude. Who are the five men to ever regain the heavyweight title after losing it?
Okay, so it'd be Muhammad Ali, George Foreman, Mike Tyson, Evander Holyfield, and Lennox Lewis.
Good God. That wasn't even, you didn't even have to think about it.
Oh, Floyd
No,
Patterson.
it was Floyd Patterson.
Wow.
He got one wrong.
He got one wrong.
I got two wrong. I didn't add Tim Witherspoon in there.
Oh, wow, you didn't say
Yeah,
Wait,
yeah,
who, you said
You said Mike Tyson.
Lennox and Mike. That's
yeah,
what you said.
Mike regained it.
Wow, I don't wonder. Maybe was
Yeah,
I? Because I looked this up. This is Wikipedia, so this
It's
this
wrong.
should be.
I mean, I know Tim Witherspoon did win it back. I don't recall Floyd Patterson winning the heavyweight title back, did he?
When I looked it up, the five men to ever regain it. These were the five.
It
names
might.
that
I
came
mean,
up.
that could be five of them for sure. But there was also Mike Tyson and Lennox Lewis.
I wonder why Mike wasn't in this. Because you're
Lennox.
saying Mike, and I'm like, oh yeah, Mike did do it. Wait, who did Lennox regain it back from?
He knocked out Oliver McCall, and Hasim Rahman.
I know both those names. Hassan Rahman.
Okay, well, Deric got that question wrong. somehow.
I know, fuck you.
Hey,
Last
by
question.
the way, it's Eric with a D.
Oh, sorry, Eric with a D.
Our final question. In 1948, Bugs Bunny fights for the championship belt. Who did he fight, and how did he get there?
I'm assuming it's Daffy Duck or Porky Pig.
It was the Battling Magook,
Wow.
and he got the fight because he was heckling outside the ring.
Damn, I I missed that one. Can I see the footage? I feel like the name Battling Magoo is a little racist.
It
you know?
feels
That's why I
racist.
picked the. I was like, I want to go with this one because it's the funniest.
Like
thing
if he
I've
was
ever
like an
read.
Irish Korean guy, that'd be even double racist. You know what I mean?
Well, we're gonna give it to him, dude.
Yeah,
You definitely got halfway
Somebody
to the blender.
want a blender, guys.
Somebody want a blender.
Somebody want a blender.
Yes, basically to win the blender, you got to comment. You got to comment something about the game, so we know you watched the game.
yeah.
Yeah,
You can't just
yeah.
comment you like it. You gotta comment something about the game.
Something about the
specifically.
game, and then you want the blender.
or any game that you guys have done.
No, this
This
game
game
particularly.
specifically.
This particular
And the
game.
best comment will get that blender.
Yes, and then we'll do. We have a second.
What
game
is the
for it.
blender? What is it?
Ninja? We'll probably buy a Ninja.
Yeah,
Oh, you're gonna buy it?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just gonna
Damn, I
we're just gonna send it to him. We're just
Yeah,
gonna
send it
send
to
him a
him. Just
blender.
send him a
Damn, all
blender.
right. Well, this podcast costing you a fortune.
We didn't say it was gonna be a good blender, but it'll be a blender.
No, we'll go Ninja.
What ignoramus wrote this without the E in somebody?
Val.
Our actual producer who's not here today. So we
Val.
got Josh.
Somebody.
And Val is a
Somebody.
woman.
Val, you're gonna need to reassess your English spelling prowess.
You want to explain this one?
Well, yeah. Well, this is based off the joke in the special.
Right.
Somebody gonna get hurt real bad, which is
Right.
what your dad said. Very famous bit in every Indian family.
Right. And ironically, Dad never said it.
Really?
No, never.
Dude, I love the comments.
I'll
of
tell
the
you.
lie.
I'll tell you how it happened.
Yes, I love this. This is a joke.
So I used to DJ these Indian parties in the early '90s. They would they would have daytime parties because the girls weren't allowed out at night. So like on a Friday, these promoters would rent a nightclub out for the day. The girls would skip school, and the guys, and they'd all go to this nightclub in daytime. And I would DJ. I'd play hip hop, R&B, house, and dance. And then they'd bring in another guy to play Indian music. And whenever you had these parties, there was always fights. Always fights, because these guys are all underage, they're all drinking, they get hammered, and they all want to fight, and they don't know how to fight. I can't tell you how many fights I saw and how many they didn't know how to fight. None of them. So anyway, one time, whenever I see a fight, I run to it. It's just my brain goes, oh, a fight, let's go watch. It's not like let's get in it. It's like, let's go watch. I want to see what's happening.
Yeah.
So
Right.
fight breaks out. I run to it, 2 Indian guys barking at each other. And then some other Indian guy, like kind of a refugee kind of guy, gets in between them and goes, hey, no fighting today, okay? Or somebody gonna get hurt real bad. And then me and my friends started fucking laughing hysterically. And that was like in '93.
Right.
And we would say it to each other on the phone for the next 10 years. We're like, all right, I'll call you later. Hey, somebody gonna get hurt real bad. And we'd hang up. Like we would just say it.
Yeah.
Right.
And then when I was writing some new material, like in the late '90s, I was writing a joke about getting beaten as a kid, and I couldn't think of like, what's the angle for this? And then I said, oh, and then I said it one time on stage, and then got a huge laugh, and I go, ooh, we're onto something. So I wrote the joke backwards.
Right.
Okay, here's where it's going to end. How do I get there? And I wrote, this could happen before that. That could happen before this,
Yeah.
and then I just wrote it backwards.
I feel like a lot of those times that's the easiest way to write the joke, for at least for my brain. I
Yeah,
feel like
you know where you
works
want
that
to
way
end.
better. Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you get there?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's like a real.
And
good-
that's why I'm fucked right now, because I have no premises in my head.
Just
I have
punchlines for days.
nowhere to land. I go, where do you want this to go? I don't know where I want to fucking start. Never mind go. I have no ending or beginning. I have no thoughts in my head.
Russell.
That's actually a really like sort of good look into behind what goes into a joke. It's really like a joke is not a real experience. It's like a Frankenstein of a bunch of experiences that
Yeah.
sort
Yes.
of mixed together.
Yeah, I used to do jokes about, like, when I was trying to craft that one, it was like my dad taking me to a Burger King when I was a kid for a birthday party, and he was like, put on your party hat. You know, put on your party hat. But the thing is, my dad would get mad at me, be like, Russell, why do you make me sound like a bloody idiot when you? I'm like, I know, but your real accent's not fucking thick enough. So I'd use my friend's dad.
It's a Frankenstein. You're right. It's a
Yeah.
of this, that, this, but it's still your real life. It still is true.
It's all coming from real places.
Yeah.
Right.
But you have to, make it more personal.
Yeah.
So people like, my dad never sounded like that. My dad sounded Indian, but not like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, not
But
like
you
that-
didn't know dads who were like, well, my boy's dad is really
Oh,
his voice.
I would go to my friend's house just to hear his dad talk. He was the funniest guy ever.
And a heightened accent is always funnier than that.
Oh yeah, and his was really. And the ironic part is, his dad had a really thick Punjabi accent, but he was from Kenya. It made no sense.
The funniest shit never does.
All right, so this game is real simple.
Okay. Oh, another game.
Yeah, it's really easy. So, Josh, can we go to the first thing? All right, so this is a clip from a YouTube video, just a still from a YouTube video, and you have to tell me how does this person or something or this thing get hurt.
Well, I'm thinking that dog gets excited and knocks her over.
All right, Josh, let's go to the video.
Go!
Yep. There you go. Yep. Yep.
1 for 1, dude. I like the giggling makes me.
Yep. That was it. I looked. I saw a dog in the corner. I go, there's your culprit right there.
All right, 1 for 1. All right, 2. What happens here?
I don't know. It's football. I don't know what happens in football.
You're not a football guy?
I can't stand it.
Really?
Can't stand it.
For a guy who likes fighting, in my head, you also would have loved football.
Nothing. There's nothing from no.
No, what about the other football? What about the gay football? Do you like that one?
No, I don't like team sports. I don't do any of them.
Wow. But tennis or no?
No. Combat only.
Only?
Yeah. I'll tell you my beef with football, American football, rather.
What?
It's 3.5 hours long.
Yes.
There's 11 minutes of sport being played.
Yes.
I can't do that. That's like trying to jack off the scrambled porn. Is that a titty? Oh, no. Nipple? No.
Yeah, but when it does unscramble for a second and it's a 70-yard run, you can nut so hard, dude.
No.
You nut so hard.
No, I get irritated. I'm like, well, now why do I have to watch this replay 15 fucking times? Because you guys can't figure out how to make the sport move faster.
No, Russell. Oh, the chess match of football is my favorite thing.
Chess match involved.
Oh, it's the biggest chess match there is. It's chess match with 11 moving pieces that hit each other. That's why it's combat, but with chess. Not that fighting is as well, but it's one-on-one.
No, I don't get it. I don't get it.
Wow. And not basketball either, huh?
No. And I have friends that played professional football, played professional basketball, played professional baseball. And they're like, and these aren't like guys that sort of played like kind of no-name guys. You know, like Dr. J's a buddy of mine, you know what I mean? And when I go to his house and we smoke cigars, I never ask him about baseball or whatever, basketball.
You said whatever to Dr. J. God damn it, Russell Peters.
He said I never asked Dr. J about baseball. I was like, damn, you don't do team sports.
You really don't do team sports.
Well, it's funny. One time I was at his house and I told him, I go, Julius, he goes, what? I go, I got to tell you something because he had the game on. And I go, I can't fucking stand basketball, dude. He goes, me neither. And then I told him when I first met him, I didn't know it was him. He goes, are you serious? And I go, I knew who you were. I didn't know that you were you. I didn't know you were you.
Yeah.
I just thought you were a guy I'm sharing a cigar with.
Who's tall, very long fingers.
Yeah.
But that is fair though to watch basketball because it'd be like somebody putting on a comedy special with you. You'd be like, hey, bro, I really don't want to watch this comedy special right now.
Right.
Yeah, the other day, right before I left to come out here, at my house we smoke cigars on the balcony. I got a nice little cigar area made up, and so it was me, Bentley Evans, who created Martin and the Jamie Foxx Show, Cedric the Entertainer, and Dave Justice. That was the 3 or 4 of us sitting out there having cigars.
Just the
And
blackest shit ever.
and so I had to turn the TV around so that Dave could see the baseball game in the living room, because Dave's won 2 World Series.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But for me, what's more impressive about Dave is that he was married to Halle Berry. That to me is more impressive than
That's more impressive. By far, that's more impressive.
Well,
But he's a great guy, you know what I mean? And
Well-
I don't ask I don't ask him about none of that shit.
Thousands of people have played baseball. Not a lot of people married Halle Berry.
Facts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, actually, a lot more people married Halle Berry than have won rings. She's gotten more rings than they have.
So when you're with these athletes, say nothing. When you're with a fighter, do you nerd out a little bit then?
I know. Well, I know a lot about the sport, so I know how to word questions to them.
But you're a little more curious. Like, I'll ask this fighter.
I'll be
about.
like, I'll give it like. Vernon Forrest was one of my best friends. I don't know if you remember Vernon Forrest. He was a 5-time world champ. He got murdered in 2009, but him and I were like this. Like legit, we were brothers. He beat Sugar Shane Mosley twice.
Wow, I know Sugar Shane Mosley.
And Mosley was in his prime when Vernon beat him. And then in June of this year, Shane Mosley came to my show in Vegas, and he's in my green room, and we're talking, and I'm like, hey, Vernon and I were best friends. Like, oh man, I loved Vernon. I go, he liked you a lot too. And then we're talking. He goes, and then I said something, and I put my hands up. He goes, wait, you know how to stand? I go, oh yeah, I used to box. He goes, you did? You still got it? And I'm like, yeah, I don't know. And I put my hands up, and he threw a jab, and I slipped, and I countered, hit him right in the body, and he go, oh shit. Like, sorry, I hit him hard. It was like bop, but I was like, oh, my fault.
Yeah, that's also terrifying. Hit a boxer for real. That's
but it's instincts. Like, well, slip, bow, counter. Just it just did it.
Yeah. So you would never do that with Dr. J? God damn it.
That's so funny.
I mean, who do I know? Oh, what's his name comes to my house and smokes with me. He played football. Vernon
Davis?
Yeah.
The 49er?
Yeah. Vernon Davis, buddy of mine.
Catch number 2?
Catch 3.
Catch 3.
Yeah.
Great guy. Great guy. Terrell Owens, I'm friends with. He's a nice guy, too.
Oh, he's so many Niners. I'm nutting right now.
They are nice guys.
Yeah.
Terrell Owens, the greatest receiver, second greatest receiver of all time. Or third. Randy Moss. I mean, it depends. You can go back and forth.
I got a picture of me wearing Ray Lewis's ring. I mean, you know, I know these guys. And I was at one party. I walk in. Here's how much I don't know about sports. I walk in this party. Lawrence Taylor walks in with me. Walk in at the same time. He looks at me and goes, "Hey, man, I love your stuff." And I go, "Oh, wow, thanks. You too." And then I go, "Let's take this photo." So we take a photo. I send it to my boy. My boy goes, "Holy shit, LT, the greatest blah, 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 blah of all time." And I'm like,
What?
and I'm like, "No, you fucking idiot. That's the actor guy from Any Given Sunday with the long dick." He goes, "Are you fucking stupid?" I go, "He was the actor with the big dick in the movie." He's like, "You're a fucking idiot. How dare you meet these people?" And so then I see LT at the party. I go, "Hey, man, you really played football?" He goes, "Man, get the fuck out of here with that bullshit." I go, "No, seriously, I thought you were the actor with the long." "Man, get the fuck out of here with that bullshit."
Yeah, he's right. He was the greatest boobity 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 boo.
Of all time.
Of all time.
He was the greatest boobity boo. Well, you can show him the video of this. This is a very famous video of this guy basically.
Video's unavailable.
That's crazy.
It's basically he celebrates a run.
Yeah, I scored and take that.
And he headbutts the wall.
His head into the wall.
And he knocks himself out with a concussion for the rest of the game.
2001, Bill Grimm.
What an idiot.
Yeah.
What, you don't want to dive into 3 hours of that? You don't want to dive into 3 hours of that, dude?
No,
Come
see,
on,
that's what I
bro.
mean. I go, they're tough guys. You can't even take a wall hit. How are you going to take one on the jaw, you know?
LT's the greatest bibbity bobbity.
Oh, I'm at one party. I'm at dinner. There's a long table. I get there a little late. There's an older brother, an older black man sitting across from me. So he's right there. So I'm going to talk to him. "Hey, how you doing? What do you do? Where do you live?" "Oh, I live in Calabasas." "Oh, I live in Calabasas." "So where do you live?" He tells me where. I go, "Oh, it's a really nice house on the corner there." He goes, "Yeah, that's my house." I go, "I love that house. Every time I drive past it, I admire it." He goes, "Thanks. I had that built." I go, "That's awesome. If you ever want to sell it, let me know, because I've always admired that house." He goes, "Oh, thanks." And then I go, "What do you do?" He goes, "I'm retired." I go, "Oh, cool. Yeah." Then I noticed the way people are talking to him. I'm like, "Oh, he must be somebody."
Yeah.
I go, "Hey, man, what does that brother do?" The guy goes, "What?" "The guy sitting across from me. What does he do?" "What does Eric Dickerson do?" So yeah, I know their names. Like if you're famous, I mean,
Literally one of the greatest running backs of all time.
Right, for real.
yeah.
He didn't have the goggles on, to be fair.
He did. He had these on. He had those on.
Oh my God.
Send that to me as well.
Please send that to him. That's fucking Eric Dickerson.
That's
bro.
crazy. That's crazy.
I mean, just college football, absolute legend.
You know,
One of the best running backs of all time in NFL.
great guy. I smoke cigars with him.
They do more than smoke cigars, Russell. They dominate.
So you claim. You call it doing more. I call it they smoke cigars with me.
Oh my God. Dude.
All right, so our next video
That's
here.
crazy.
That's wild. Our next video here. This is the still. I'll give you a clue. It happened on The Amazing Race, and
Okay.
there's a fruit involved.
Oh, okay. She's gonna get whacked in the face by a watermelon or something?
No way.
Oh, I was right with the watermelon. Look at that.
You got this, sister. You were super, super close. Right in the kisser. Show that knight who's
No
boss.
way.
That could fucking kill you.
That's a fucking cannonball in the face.
And if that didn't knock her out, the football player's a pussy.
She's still up. I will
Right.
give her that.
Football player's a pussy. He had a helmet on and got knocked out. This bitch gets hit with a watermelon at 100 miles an hour. Not to sound racist, but that's the best death you could hope for.
What the fuck, dude? How did you know it was gonna be a watermelon? She wasn't black. How did you know that?
I don't know the way she was sitting. You won't be sitting low for an orange.
And you've never seen that video before?
No, that's amazing.
What an incredible guess.
Oh my
What an
god!
incredible
We might have to
guess.
about 2 blenders. That was crazy. That was absolutely crazy, dude.
I'm trying to find this picture to send you to of. Oh, there you go. The other one you like.
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Look at that.
That's Ray Lewis with a guy who has no idea what
With
Ray
the
Lewis
guy
does for
who
work.
just pointing at a blank dude.
There's a funny story behind Ray Lewis. I when he got signed to the Baltimores,
God damn it, Russell!
in 96, 97.
Yep, 96.
Jamie Foxx was shooting Woo and Booty Call in Toronto at that time.
Classic, both movies.
And and Dave Brown, who's Jamie's right-hand guy, me, Dave, and Jamie were hanging out a lot all the time when they wouldn't be shooting. So Ray Lewis came to Toronto that weekend when he got signed and hung out with us for the whole weekend. I don't know who he is. I'm like, congrats, man, that's great. I'm, nice guy. Then I'm at this Oscar party a few years ago, and I'm with Jamie and Dave, and they're talking to Ray Lewis, and I go to Dave. I go, guy looks familiar. That's Ray Lewis. I go, He goes, I go, wait, did he ever come to Toronto? He goes, oh shit, yeah, he did. And then he goes, Ray, you know my man Russ? He's like, look familiar. And he's like, he was with us in Toronto. Oh shit, what's up? And that's how we reconnect. And I'm talking about, here's where I fucked up. So I go, what
You
do
ran a slant over the middle.
I go, Ray, wait, what do you do? I go, congrats on your career. He goes, thanks, man. He goes, what are you doing? I go, I'm still doing stand-up. He goes, that's great. I go, what are you trying to do now? You retired? He goes, yeah. He goes, trying to get into acting. So me, being a comic, thinking of a funny OJ joke, not knowing what happened to him outside the football field.
No.
And I said, well, it should be easy, man. Just don't kill no white bitches. And he just went. And then I was like, what? And then Jamie and Dave like, Ray doesn't know nothing. He doesn't
know
Ray doesn't know nothing.
He thinks you play for the Baltimore. Yo, that's like the one person to not say that to. That is crazy.
And you know what? Like patting him on the back is like hitting this wall. He's fucking rock solid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Second greatest linebacker of all time.
For sure. Who was the first?
The other guy you took a picture with that you talked about earlier.
The long
LT.
dick guy from the actor? Oh, the actor guy did it? Do you know how furious football fans are watching this right
Oh
now?
my! I can't wait for everyone to see this.
They want
and
to
just be
fucking
pissed.
see me and curse me out when they see me. I don't know. I don't watch it, man. What do you want from me?
Next video, the clue is it's not a person that gets hurt.
Okay. This guy hits a bird.
Legendary. Yeah, this
Is this
was
Dave
legendary.
Winfield?
No, this is Randy Johnson.
Randy Johnson.
God.
Oh, wow. That sucked.
That is. I think about this video all the time when you think of the definition of wrong place, wrong time.
Yeah,
Oh,
this
yeah.
is it.
This is it. There is like no.
Oh.
Ooh, a half a second earlier, half a second later, you're fine.
I hope they used a new ball.
That's somebody watch the video and be like, "Is the ball okay?"
The explosion lets you know. I mean, that's 101 mile an hour.
That,
fastball.
Yeah.
You know what happened to Dave Winfield when he was playing for Toronto? He hit a ball, it hit a seagull, and killed the seagull, and fucking Toronto charged him with animal cruelty. He couldn't have done that if he fucking tried.
And if he tried, that's
it's
impressive.
actually an accident.
If
You
he
can't.
tried, that's impressive.
Yeah, I mean that's a different answer.
What you're saying, that's insane, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, Toronto. That's crazy. Yo.
Oh, I've seen this one.
Yes.
She's making grapes or wine, and she fucking she makes the fucking hideous noise in this
Oh
one.
yeah, have you seen this?
I've never seen
Oh,
this.
bro, welcome to.
Listen to this.
Yeah.
These buckets are filled with grapes. What kind of grapes?
These are filled with Chamberson grapes, and the winner this Saturday.
Yeah, there we go. Here we go.
Mansion's incredible. Who's that house in the background? The estate in the background is whoa.
I like the uncomfortable. We'll be right back. We'll make sure Katie's okay, and we'll be.
She is. Yeah, she's hurt. It's a hard fall off there.
Okay.
Boy, gosh, I hope she's okay.
The
You can tell that's mid '90s. Look at the knot on his tie.
I just noticed that in that video, she tells, because it's like a race to stomp the most, she tells her to stop to try to win, and then she goes fast, and then she falls over. Like, oh, you did that to yourself.
Yeah. Yeah. And then you know what happened? She screamed out grape after. She's a grape victim. Fucking grapists out there. You'd think she'd whine.
Well, come on.
Sorry, I didn't mean to juice the joke.
All right, this is a very famous video. Do you know what happens here?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I guess something from that stack of shit behind him falls on him.
Let's see. Have you seen this?
No.
Oh, wow.
So basically, what I was thinking of was, oh fuck, I can't believe you've done this.
Wow. Wow. Just fucking clocked him. The ironic part was in my head. I go, that guy looks very English. And then he starts talking. And I'm like, oh, well, I was right in my head.
The punch wasn't bad. What'd you think of that punch?
Punch was decent, but if he had hit him properly, would have knocked him out.
True.
Yeah, he kind of whacked him in the back of the head, right?
No, he hit him like around here.
Right here,
The ear
okay.
will fuck you up too, but he hit him like high up around here, I think.
If he'd have caught him, you
Hit
think
him
right?
right here, might have gone to sleep. Yeah. I can't believe you've done this. You can't.
That's the best part. I can't believe it does. It's also like, I wonder what's leading up to this moment. That there's filming, he's in some sort of character, and his friend's like, this is the time where I fucking punch you in the face.
Gonna knock you the fuck out. Dude.
Yeah, there's a lot of backstory here. All right, here's the picture. What happens here? This is actually kind of a famous comedy video. That's the clue here.
Was it comedy?
Mm-hmm.
I have no clue what happens here. I'm trying to figure out what I'm looking at.
You're saying, okay, I'll give you some context. You're looking at a heckler.
Oh, that's the heckler?
Mm-hmm. That's the heckler standing up.
I guess he comes to the comedian hits him. I hope.
I hope. Age restricted. He really hits him.
Yeah. I wonder, yeah. So you'll see here.
You do that all by yourself, Wayne.
No!
You do that all by yourself.
You lied to me!
Throw a tantrum. I'm a 60-year-old baby. I don't get my way.
Listen!
I don't get my
Are you
way.
gonna start shit with
I don't
me right
kick.
now?
Ooh! Oh, you called the kick.
What'd I tell you? He put his hands on me once. He was going to do it again.
Ooh!
That was a good kick, too.
Great kick. I didn't like that the audience wasn't on his side. You heard people go, oh, come on.
Yeah.
Well, so Josh gave me some more.
Yo, wait, what? Andrew just beat the shit out of a lady?
Yeah.
3 strikes.
So what had happened was apparently it was 2 open mic comics. The guy who put it framed it as a heckler, but apparently it was another open mic comic that he kicked in the gut.
Wait, the guy...
Both of them were open micers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it sort of like spilled over into his set.
Oh, okay. That guy did not look like a comic, the one on the ground.
No.
Have you ever had anyone charge you on stage in these 35 years?
No.
Unbelievable.
I am, you know, I'm not going to welcome it, but you better know what you're doing. You better know what you're doing.
Yeah, I saw a DC Young Fly knocked out a guy.
Yeah.
Who came there on stage, knocked him the fuck out.
Yeah. That was at Tommy T's, I think.
I think so, yeah.
I'm doing Tommy T's in 2 weeks.
Stop putting this energy out there. I don't want
That's the first place I did comedy.
That was the first place you ever did comedy? Tommy T's?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
First open mic. Crazy.
Connections, bro.
Ta-da.
Yeah. We're here now. We're here showing random fight videos to Russell now.
To the legend.
To the
dude.
legend. All right. This has nothing to do with football, but it happened at a football game.
Okay.
It's right afterwards. Any guesses what happens here?
I'm thinking the opposite team got into a fight with the home team.
All right, let's see what
Like
happens.
fans, I mean.
This is actually way funnier than
There
that.
have been some folks, I think, injured in this. And
Oh, fucking hilarious.
Runaway card.
And that guy trying to steer.
it finally took someone to stop.
Wow.
Bro.
Oh, that leg.
Somebody did that. You see that?
Yeah.
Somebody put they wedged the gas pedal.
They
in.
watched the
Yeah.
gas. They had to have. Oh, wow.
Wow.
Wrapped up in that.
Damn. At the Cowboy Stadium.
Here's another look at it.
Here's another look.
He was like, yo, and that's why I thought, yo, he John Maddened it. Here's another
Oh,
look at
whoa. It just goes.
I think it just took off. Someone was trying.
The guy chasing is so funny. Like, I fucked up.
Why wasn't he calling out and yelling out?
At this point, he should be like, everybody watch out, right?
Yeah, but there's probably screaming in the arena. You couldn't hear him.
Oh.
If you hear "hey" in an arena, you're like, whatever.
Right. So funny. This is a very famous video, something that recently happened.
You've seen this one, yeah?
Oh, is this where he attacks the judge in Michigan? I think it is. Yeah.
This is all-time great
I
video.
just can't with that history. In accordance with the laws of the state of Nevada, this court.
Ooh, just the athleticism.
Well, the fact how slow the fucking cops were.
Yeah, the court reporter gets in the way first.
And he's fucking. Where are you hitting him?
He's just in the court. He's a.
Oh, it was in Vegas. It was in Vegas. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. Damn. Yeah.
The slow response is, you know,
the best part is a taste of something else right on the front of it.
Yeah. the ability to the way he cleared the judge's podium was impressive.
With room to spare.
He already had nothing to lose.
Yeah.
The slow response, though, is we went to a festival yesterday and watching, there would be people, obviously, who fucking seize up and just drug, you know, and watching people like, oh, medic, and just to see a medic casually walk up to a seizure. Great. Not running. You see that yesterday? Like, bro, it happened like 3 or 4 times. I'm
He's like, it's too hot to run, dude.
I'm not, and you did Molly.
Yeah.
You did the Molly. I didn't do the Molly.
Yeah, this isn't medical.
I think they see so much of that, they're just sort of like, so desensitized to it, and then one day it's gonna be a real issue, and they're gonna be like, "Fuck, we should have gone faster.
We should have ran."
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
I mean,
at some point you got to lose.
Yo,
you can't always win.
That's a good point. My favorite pass out we saw was the medic was carrying a guy.
Yes,
and then he fell and dropped the guy, and that drop woke the guy up.
He woke up and he was like, "What's up?
What's
I'm
up?"
good." He was like, "Are you okay?" He's like, "I'm good. I'm good." The woke knocked him back.
See, now that's the real woke. This is England or somewhere in Europe.
This is set for the European. What happens here?
Looks like England, because the sign says one way. If it was another country, it would say.
Any guesses?
I mean, it's not a lot to look at here.
I know. This is. Well, that's
I've seen this one.
Yeah.
That's the guy where he cusses out the guy in the car and. Oh yeah. Fuck you! And you slow down. You see the crosswalk, and bam. Then he gets mad at the car. Come on, come on! You hit me with it.
Yeah,
maybe this was in Poland.
I did, Russell. I thought that was the actual sound of the video, and then I looked and I noticed you were talking.
Yeah.
I did not know that's what that was, dude.
Something you guys don't know about me. I do a lot of voiceovers for the internet.
But yes, if somebody comments, something that happens in both games. You got something that happens in both games. You are eligible to win a blender.
Oh my God, Yo, dude! Thank you so much, bro.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Dude, thank you for coming on. That was awesome.
Thanks for working around my schedule, Ehsan. Deric,
Bro,
Eric with a D.
Thank you.
I want your first special to be called Deric, Eric with a D.
Thank you for coming on. You're the goat, dog.
You're the goat, brother. You really are.
I guess
man.
I'd be
Seriously.
the curry goat, but
The Corbani. You're the Corbani.
The Corbani goat.
that's right. By the way, completely off topic. Have you seen Ehsan's mom? She's really attractive.
Oh my God.
Hey, that's the podcast.
Are you
What a great
kidding me?
podcast.
Oh my
She's the hottest lady.
Holy shit! What
She's
an
hot.
amazing
And
podcast we
Mosina.
had.
Hot name. Mosina.
Oh yeah, no,
Gorgeous
I've seen Mo.
Hey, right?
His mom's hot. He brought her to. They brought his parents to my to the show we were doing together in San Jose.
Yeah.
And his mom walks in and I go, "Damn, who's that?" He goes, "That's my mom." I go, "God damn, Mom.
Right?
Mom could get it."
Okay.
93 years old. 93
No, his
years
mom's
old.
only 5 years older than me. I think.
93? Or 92, sorry. 92
His
years
dad's old.
My dad's old.
His dad looks like he's not interested at all. You take it. I don't want it. I have NASA to work for. Whatever he does there.
Yeah. Best food, best ribs I've ever had is dad. His dad can cook his fucking ass off.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
man, it's crazy.
And then the mom ribbed for her pleasure.
Ribbed up. You know what I'm saying?
Ribbed for her pleasure.
Mom, don't listen to this. I'm sorry.
Mosina, I apologize.
No, Rob, you don't do it.
Tell me, have Mosina.
Have Mosina.
They're doing Motown now.
He's out of his league. He didn't even know the fucking 4 tops were. But he knows who 3 bottoms are.
Oh, fuck, dude.
Thank you, Russell. We
Thank you
appreciate
so
it.
guys.
much, bro. You're the man. Thank you guys
And
for
thanks
watching.
to that guy who doesn't know how to do anything. It's nice when you get your degree at University of Phoenix Online.
Oh, goddamn.